Hello, welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. I'm Ace8, and I'm going to be playing as not regular Ireland, well, Firtollan Ireland, or Ireland of the Dwarves from my ongoing alternate history / historical fantasy series, called Disaster Zone, part of which was inspired by this game. Now, I'm not really making a mod for this, I am using quite a few mods however, one of which is an expanded generic focus tree. Look at it. So much more stuff split into smaller focuses. Another mod I'm using is the Mosquito Fleet, so I get these very basic corvettes and build corvettes. Wait, doing here. Gonna get the initial setup out of the way. I'm also using my own mod that adds Irish unit names. So in this case, instead of Army High Command, it's Cenasiacht an Arm, and there's other things as well. So Ranan Cosiha, Infantry Division, Ranan Weknica, Mechanized, God Warka, Cavalry Brigade because it just rolls up the tongue better, and God Garda Walya for Guard, and so on and so forth. So, for this first episode, I'm going to just go through the political side of things. Now, I pretty much always side with the Allies, and I'm not going to be changing that today. Thing is, part of the backstory I have for that series is that the Dwarves were originated around, say, these parts of Connacht, maybe these parts of Donegal, Cork, even a bit Cork and Kerry, even in Wicklow. And they ended up becoming a kind of dominion, first line state of the British for various reasons, mainly because there's a Southwest disaster zone in Connemara, which is pretty much this tile here. I'm basically based around here in Galway, and the map marker isn't entirely accurate. It's pretty much at the head of the bay here. So anyway, the Dwarves are going to side with the British, so get started on that. There are a few other mods I'm also going to quickly gloss over for now, just get the usual startup out of the way, because that's what everyone does. One of the mods I have is Expanded Spy Agency. So, the Office of Inquiry is our spy agency. Do here. And just keep it. I also have another mod for better laws. Probably going to change some of these at some point. Need to try and suit what's going on. And probably will not be playing completely optimally, but I'm going to try and roleplay this somewhat. I also have more ministers. Playing with this more ministers mod, I did find one that I absolutely have to put in. A beer manufacturer. Irish Dwarves beer. I mean, come on, I have to go with him at some point. I haven't really fleshed out the Dwarves much beyond them just being in the background. But I'm going to lean this way and join the Allies. I could probably try going with the organization, government, because they're kind of a theocracy, or they are in the actual books themselves. Books, stories, whatever. This is the Expanded Spy Agency. These things haven't changed, the rest of it has. They get this stuff out of the way now, because the only thing I'm really spilling now is infrastructure. Should embrace radicalism. Operations is probably the best thing here. Just spend these on more advisors. Now, these two experts at the top are what we usually have. Yeah, however, this air safety guy, we have another one here who adds an extra buzz for the same cost. However, there is also this air power requirement, so we require less manpower. We don't have a lot of that, so why not actually just go with this? Just long term, to try and reduce the amount of population I need to spend on them. For the Chief of Navy, again, we have our two experts up here. James O'Mearish, who really was the head of naval service during World War II. And this John O'Brien, who I don't know at all. I think this is a no-brainer. I only have screens, so it's going to be this guy. Now we have more traits available on our agents. So this guy, Robert Lynch, revolutionary, boosting ideology, staging coups. Collaboration governments aren't really going to be a thing for us. He's reckless, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of being a spy, but, well, refuge in audacity is a thing. Insurgent, good for raising hell in enemy land, might be good. And high life connections, I'm probably going to go with this guy. There's probably more optimal ways to do it, but... Oop, oh. Realized I forgot us. I was like, I have not changed these at all, so it'll be just the same. Go all in on trucks, trains, I can at least sell those. So, personally, myself, I kind of lean more towards this, but the dwarves lean towards conservative, so I'll be going conservative here. Conservative, traditional values, prudence. This first because power gain and research, lower research, not research. Advisor cost. Yes, that's the one. I can't English. Pager them well enough. You know what I mean. Let's start queuing up this dynamics facility so I can start researching radar. Get a few other bonuses as well. This I'm gonna get trucks out of the way now, just so I have them, because I can actually use that to create motorized infantry. I will need those. As far as the military is going to go, I'm going to keep this as a general, as a training division for now, or maybe update it later. I'm also going to create smaller ones for Home Guard and focus on motorized, mechanized, close air support. Basically, the doors can't run around nearly as fast as a human, so they have to mechanize sooner than most. If I ever do a mod for this game that does this, we will start with that. Don't want that. There's a whole thing over here for the non-aligned, but in order to do that, I need to have more than 5% support for this. Now, I do have a mod installed that would actually do that in 2 days, but that's just kind of overkill. And from previous playthroughs, I found I couldn't actually get involved in the fight that way, which is just boring as frick. Right. Army defense. Again, these two experts are what we have to begin with. Though we gain less power XP this way, but extra HP and defense over them. However, to start out, I'm gonna go with one who gives us the most XP and change it later. Going down artillery for some reason. As far as doctrines go, again, I'm kind of role-playing as a country who will dig into forts and dare the enemy to come at them. So maybe Grand Battle Plan, maybe superior firepower. Of course, this isn't too useful to me. Yeah, entrenchment. What dwarves do. They dig holes. As far as the navy goes, I'm going to keep with these upgrading these guys a little, these corvettes a bit. Can't do that yet because I've no dockyard, so have to wait. Right, who to go with? Director of Intelligence gives us quite a bit. Extra encryption, decryption. These guys are definitely part of the usual ones. And there's a few other generic ones down the bottom. Nothing unusual there. Let's go with a captain of industry because infrastructure, civilian factories, railways, refineries, we're going to be building a lot of those over the game. Not now because well, because I will need the forts. I'll go with concentrated industry because we're not going to be putting out smaller thing, a lot of the same thing in this garrison division. Yep, Spanish Civil War is kicked off. And just a little beret. Coming from playing Road to 56, not having artillery available from the start is such a pain in the arse. Now, I am basically building infantry to start out, but I am going to eventually push towards motorized with armored cars. I know armored cars aren't seen as good, but they now cost a bit less than tanks. So we've got that going for us. Naval reform, don't mind if I do. Okay, that's the Olympics concluded. Go with this realism and then enshrine the Constitution because we gain extra political power. That's always good. And this. Get that out of the way or wait until I research it now. Away. Go for relief of command. Because that advisor extra XP and our advisors are cheaper, that is just too good to pass up. Even if this is probably more what they would do. Really quick. Cargo bed. Not like the production cost. The resource needs to really have too much of an impact. Let's cheaper. Go with next. I don't need the extra. Parking would be nice, but I already have a decent. Minister of Development. Nice. So design quicker, we get more. Sure. Director of Intelligence. Minister of Logistics could be good for later. Air manufacturer, do I just go with that now? Just do it for later. Here, let's just do it for the lol and giggles. Where did you get? I know it's dumb, but hey. There, get that out of the way. Oh, actually, endear some drink now. It hasn't made any difference. So. The reason I'm going with realism in society here is dwarves don't particularly like being with the Brits, but they regard it as a least bad option. Something like that. We need to be at 80. So, down towards global involvements. Getting out of it, but then realize, oh, we really do bad. Fine. Lethal commands. Now, we go with. You guys are full part of our original. Regrouping might not be bad. Be sure. But I gotta go with this. Infantry? You bet. Next person is gonna be. These are our default two. I'm probably gonna go with. I was going to go with Grand Battle Plan. No. So, Grand Battle Plan and this guy. Find the Constitution, and I should. Wars are actually structured. Basically, making this up was like. Spirit. Build aggression. Good to me. Mr. to go for. Sort of science. Ooh, now that I do like. 10% research speed. I've got this. I'll start doing it up even if I can't immediately use it. All the way. Oh. Ability might not be. Go through some of these, I can probably just get some extra. Herbal population, that's no. Why not? We get our points. Soft attack, as much of it as I can. Plus some extra buffing artillery, because what they say, artillery, king of battle and all that. Yes, I can. And unfortunately, I don't have my feet for equipment or trains. Other change from playing with. This global involvement, diplomacy. More. So the dwarves are going heavy in on research because a lot smaller. They have to rely on more technological. Take these here. Yeah, this is pretty much them. Sit in the forest and dare the enemy to bring their friends. Of course, if I go a grand battle plan, I get the ability to use sort of fuel consumption, so that's definitely what I'm going for. Do up some forts in Dublin, Cork, Wexford. Because I know the AI is going to try. Infantry, do I think I'm going to go with combined arms because we're going to be using motorized. Movement. Construction speed for here. Leave that for now. We'll leave this until I actually have a doctrine, because the Mosquito Fleet doctrine I'm going with here, it's basically going to give us interdiction. So I'm probably gonna have to go with use bonuses towards the Beta Fleet doctrine, which is a bit annoying. Le boo, le hiss, le unfair. Out of the way, because honestly, this is just good to pass. Solid all-rounder. I guess I could go with the good, old, reliable, efficient communications. Dwarves and their radios, huh? Entrenchment crews, staff office, these are all very nice, and I will probably go with them. Entrenchment because, hey, we're dwarves, we dig holes. Limiting conscription now, just so I can start getting a few more of these guys. Don't have enough guns, but big of a problem. Yeah, 3 months, but that's... we'll get there. Finally, trench warfare. Who else? No point going with him over the... I do like this though. Gas production. Cheaper, more reliable. Bit of a meme in this game that Cass is king. The reason I'm going with this now is A, need to get out of the way, and B, doesn't any kind of like say these bit of... yeah, this is another thing. The the Dwarven Inquisition will be constantly monitoring public meetings to make sure there aren't Amorian, I mean Orcish sympathizers in their bit or other. I haven't gone ahead and got... oh, let's chew into this a lot. Also, semi-independent press, because they're going to be heavily influenced by the Dwarven Church. Not like Ireland wasn't effectively a theocracy for centuries, decades. You lose a little bit of political power gain though from it now. But more support with this. So much stuff I need to research. Planning and then civilian command army. So the way the dwarves kind of work in this series is that they're a loose confederation of city-states under an elected High King, kind of a bit like the old Gaelic system was before the English. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with theatre training because brain XP rates, that's huge. And then go for this because fuel consumption. Operatives are all good. I know it does eat into this, but so yeah, I do like this expanded focus tree mod. It's long overdue for adding into the base game, I think. After this, I think I'll go into global protections just so I can get the War Science Institution or have it ready to go. And that doesn't have any kind of debuff thanks to a civilian economy, so it'll go there. Get that yet. Maybe I'll leave that until later. Let's see. Many-faced has a bunch of fake identities ready to go. Now all they need is an excuse to use it. So less chat, operations are less risky, and they're less likely to get spotted. Scientist, who is also a natural orator, many-faced, insurgent, groomed. Alright, you boys are going to go to not Argentina, Deutschland. So after this, I think I'm gonna go into the industrial side of things, and that will probably happen in the next episode. Been at this for a half an hour. It's probably just me waffling on a bit, so I'm gonna leave this episode here, and in the next one, deal with the industry side of things. Pick up after I finish this civilian commanded army thing. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.